Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about everything beauty related and lifestyle and UGC. Today's going to be a UGC video. As you can tell from the title, today I'm going to tell you exactly why you should be on Twitter or X and how you're going to land your next UGC deal. This is how I started hitting 4 figures a month, and this is how I got work with brands like Kizik, the Woobles, and other ones that I can't necessarily say yet because they're not out. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I've noticed that there's like 2 different categories of UGC going on the internet right now. There is the beauty world's version of UGC, which seems to really depend on how many followers you have, how much engagement you have, and all that. And then there's UGC that looks more like an ad, and that's actually meant to be pushed as an ad, and that typically touches all other niches, but not necessarily beauty. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is make a Twitter account, or X. I'm gonna keep calling it Twitter for the sake of this video, but I'm talking about X. The first thing you're gonna do is make your account and you're gonna follow me. My Twitter is SabrinaPros_UGC. Now, the important things that you're going to do when you create your Twitter account is you're going to update your banner, you're going to update your bio, and you're going to update your link. You want a banner that's engaging, that's on brand, that's not too overpowering and overwhelming, and that gives a little bit of information. You can look at the top creators' banners and go off from there. Next thing you're gonna do is also change your name to include UGC creator or ad strategy or ad strategist or content strategist, something of that sort in your name. And then in your bio, you're going to put something a little bit like this. Then you're gonna make sure to link to your portfolio or to a link tree that links to your portfolio. I also have my email in my bio, and I think that's very important because if someone is going through your account and is liking your examples and liking how you present yourself on Twitter, they can just scroll back up and find the email and click on it and go from there. Then you're going to include a link tree or a snip feed or something of the like where you can include a bunch of links to either other resources, other examples, your portfolio, stuff like that. Again, I encourage you to look at my Twitter and build yourself from there, or look at other top creators' Twitters. Which brings me to number 2. Follow other creators and begin to network. You want to follow absolutely the top creators in your niche or in your area. Personally, I follow the top creators in Canada because I'm Canadian and I want to know what they're doing specifically to get those paid deals, because it could be a little bit different from people in the US. For example, we don't have Aspire, or we just recently got Skeepers. So there's different platforms that are available depending on where you are geographically. If you are in North America, whether that be the US or Canada, I recommend you go through my following list and follow the people that I follow. As you connect more with UGC creators, you're going to get more recommendations for UGC creators. So you're going to be able to network, and that's going to snowball. Don't do the generic "please follow me back" tweet. If you're a new UGC creator, you want to actually go in there and engage with their tweets, engage with the examples they post, maybe even send them a DM, be like, "Hey, I'm a new UGC creator and I love your Twitter," something of the sort. But we don't want to put them off. You're a new UGC creator. It's important that you network. It's important that you make UGC creator friends. So you don't want to give them the impression that you're just brown nosing or that you're just trying to get them to follow you back. Be genuine about your connections, be genuine about your networking, and if something like DMing them doesn't feel genuine, then don't do it. Number 3 is mimic. So you're gonna pick one of your favorite top creators or your goal creators. This is a creator that is living the way you want to be living. This is a creator that is getting the amount of collabs that you want to be getting, or your financial goal creator. Pick a goal creator. This is the person you're going to mimic on Twitter. So you're going to study their Twitter page. You're going to study the way they tweet. You're going to study what they kind of post in their tweet before they share an example. And you're going to start to take some notes. For example, I really want to make the amount of money that a couple Canadian creators are making right now, so that's hitting 7 to 10K months. So I go on their profiles on Twitter, since that's where they get the majority of their work according to them, and I look at the way they tweet. If they tweet one day about their content strategy, then I'm not going to copy them, but I'm going to tweet about my content strategy. Or if one day they post a UGC example, I know that one day I should post a UGC example as well, and so on and so forth. If they're posting about e-commerce, if they're tagging brands, if they're engaging with certain e-com bros, whatever it is, you want to mimic it, because you want the algorithm to show you to the same kind of people these creators are being shown to. If they're using specific hashtags, use those hashtags, and so on and so forth. The main thing that you're going to do is post your content on Twitter. This is how brands are going to find you. So you do that by sharing UGC examples, but these examples, you shouldn't necessarily call them examples. You shouldn't say, hey, this is an example of a UGC paid ad. You want to act like it is a paid ad and you've done this before and you're just sharing your work. So you would say, for example, here's some work I did for blah, 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 which is true, whether they paid you or not. You did that work for them. Because you don't want a brand to look at your page and just go, oh, all she's done is examples. I'm going to be the first potential collab that they have. Another thing you're going to want to do is share small wins and share your reviews. If you get good feedback, if you get good reviews, then you want to share those regularly on Twitter. You want brands to see that you're getting rated 5 stars on Fiverr or wherever. You're getting good feedback from other brands. You're getting good feedback from people who are hiring you, and you want to share that on Twitter because other brands need to see that. The other thing I do on Twitter is compare my portfolio to the portfolio of top paid UGC creators. How does it compare? Does mine feel bulkier? Does mine look emptier? Does mine have the same number of videos, etc., etc.? And lastly, you're going to engage with decision makers. So when you find decision makers for a certain brand, let's say you want to work with Canon. I'm just going off of my camera right in front of me. Let's say you want to work with Canon and you know that someone named Carl is the decision maker for the creative work for Canon. You would engage with their tweets a little bit, respond to some of their tweets, follow them of course, and try to build a relationship on Twitter so that they recognize your name when you apply to work. Don't be confused by this though. You're not going to harass them. You're not going to bug them. You're not going to jump in their DMs. You're literally just building an authentic connection, a casual connection. You're networking. You don't want to overdo it. So in summary, you're going to 1, make your Twitter profile. Making your Twitter profile consists of making a banner, making a good bio, changing your name to include some SEO, and creating a link tree or a snip feed or some kind of thing that is clickable that you can then go to other links. Number 2 is follow UGC creators and network. Number 3, pick a goal content creator and mimic them. Mimic their tweets. Do not copy them, just mimic them. Walk their walk. Talk their talk. And number 4, you're going to engage with decision makers from brands that you want to work with. I hope this was clear. I hope this was simple enough and digestible enough. I can go into a lot more detail if you wish. If you have further questions, just let me know in the comments. I will be glad to answer them. And I'd be glad to create another video that goes into more details and possibly a tutorial, or depending on the amount of interest there is or the amount of questions there are, I can go into further detail. Good luck, and I will see you in the next one.